YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy ConcisetheBarber. In this video, I have an interesting clipper that I would love to talk to y'all about. This is something that has been out for some time, but I finally got my hands on it. Shout out to Fort Worth Barber Supply for the care package. But let's really talk about this clipper. I did not know that this was the price of it, but this is the COCCO Hyper VELOCE clipper. If I'm saying VELOCE wrong, y'all just forgive me. But anywho, let's get into the unboxing. Let's see what I have to say about this thing.
CTB, you know who it is.
All right, so when it comes to the COCCO Pro Hyper VELOCE clipper, before I even get into everything else, when I look at the box, I thought this was like a shiny, and it kind of is, but it's more matte than anything. I thought it was gonna be like a goldish, but it's more orange. But anyway, I just wanted to get that out the way. When it comes to the price, right, this is $195. Now, I didn't know it was that high. I honestly thought this was something sitting around $169. Yeah, I honestly thought it was $169.95. I must have been looking at something else, but this thing is $195, a $200 clipper. So that's the price of that, right? When it comes to the power and battery life, I looked everywhere for the RPMs on this, so I did my own test myself, and I believe this thing sits around 6,500 to 6,800 RPMs. Not bad. Maybe 7,000 or 7,200 would have been better, but that's not bad. I mean, that's actually okay when it comes to RPMs. But, you know, I don't know. I guess I just expected a little bit more RPMs. That's just me. But they could be going a different direction when it comes to that. But when it comes to the battery life, and this is where stuff gets interesting. For $195, the run time is 2 hours. The charge time is 3 hours. I'm not understanding that math a little bit when it comes to this clipper, especially at that price point. I honestly feel like the runtime should always, and I mean always, be longer than the charge time. There's no way the charge time should be longer than the runtime, especially at a price point at basically $200. So that's something that I hope COCCO does fix one day, and that they upgrade. And I think if they do that, I think it'll be a better bang for its buck. Let me just say it like that. But one of the main things is that it's a COCCO clipper, so there's certain things that this thing has that a lot of other brands are not supposed to have, in a sense. And I am going to talk about this blade that I do have on here when I get to the blade section, instead of doing somewhat of a separate video, because I'm going to do multiple videos when it comes to blades. But I'm not going to do just a separate video just on this F1 blade. I am going to actually talk about that right now. So hopefully you guys see this video, because we're going to talk about this blade. So anyway, when it comes to the power and battery life, power 6,500 RPMs, battery life 3 hours of a charge time, 2 hours of a run time. Now, when it comes to the package, I will say that I do like the fact that it does come with a charging dock. It does come with some guards. The guards that it come with is not bad. If you like those guards, that's fine. They do kind of remind me of another of a certain brand I used to use before, but it's not one of the best that I like. But it's okay if you do. If this is the only guard system that you have, you can use these guards. That will be okay. Not a problem. It comes with a screwdriver, a brush, and that's basically the stuff that you really get. But I do like the fact that it does come with the charging dock. And I feel like that is something that everything, especially around the $200 range, it should come with a charging dock. So dope for that, right? All right, so let's get to this design. This design, I feel like it had a wave, right? Like, remember the Magic Clips in the seniors? I feel like that body frame, that shape was like the shape that almost every clipper kind of had. Now, if you notice, a lot of companies are going with this body shape. Some are plastic, some is full metal body like this one is, but this design, it's not bad. I'm glad that it got rid of the hook piece, but it does have a flip out hook to hang it. You know, I think that's dope. Shout out to that. It has the regular charging port and it has USB-C. I do like the fact that it has that. Now, it's not like OD slippery due to the fact that it's like a wide body. It fits in my hand okay. The thumb placement, I wish it was just up a little bit more. I don't know who is really gonna take that into consideration one day, but just bring it up just a little bit more. I think like this groove could just be a little bit indented more up here. But anyway, click lever, it's okay. It's not my favorite. I really don't like the lever of this. I think it's too skinny at the bottom. I think it could have just been just a little bit wider. Maybe that's just something that we're used to, right? So I probably can try to get used to this more, but the click is okay. It's a little loud, but it's not like the most, it flows well. Like it's not the most fluid click lever. So not a bad design. It's okay. It's not one of my best when it comes to designs, but it's okay. This seems to be like more of the new wave. There's certain brands that have the same exact body shape, but it's just not my favorite. I kind of wish it had like some grooves, like finger grooves in the back, but it doesn't. But it's okay. It does have that indent here, so it can just lay the right way. Nothing wrong with that, but for my hands, it would be nice just to have at least like an indent right here or something like that. But anyway, that's what you have when it comes to the design. Now also, when it comes to the performance, right? The digital gap blades, the graphene blades, the DLC blades, this is where I feel like COCCO really focuses on. Not saying that they don't focus on their machines. I honestly feel like their trimmers are more of the best performing products of COCCO, but when it comes to their clippers, it's just like, okay, it's basic, it's generic, it cuts well, nothing too crazy. I can't say that it's terrible, just to be honest with you, but it is okay. So we'll leave that where it's at. I do wish that the runtime though could have been better. I feel like I could have got more longevity. Now it does seem that you'll know when this starts to die because the battery, once it starts to die, you could tell like it's not as powerful once it's completely fully charged. So that's my thoughts when it comes to performance. It's okay. It's just average to me when it comes to that. But before I go any further, we're going to talk about this blade. We're going to talk about this blade. This is something that just came out with. It's called the F1 digital gap blade. This F1 digital gap blade is supposed to be like a merger of this blade and the fast feed blade, and you put it into one, right? Now, okay, so I hope y'all hear me out when I say this. I'm not saying that this blade doesn't perform well, but there are some things about this blade that I wish they changed. So once you get this blade, it comes with the steel blade and the cutting blade. The cutting blade that it comes with, to me, is a no-go. I tried it on a few clients. It did not cut well at all. Yes, I oiled. Yes, I did this. Yes, I did that. Yes, I zero gap. Yes, I pulled it back a little bit. I did all those things and it still did not perform well. It was only until I actually kept this regular blade that comes on this clipper, because it's like a deep tooth cutting blade, and then I put the F1 blade on it, that it performed to what I expected it to perform. Now, can I say it replaces the Andis Master blade? No. Do I say it takes place of the fast feed as well? No. I honestly think it's a nice blade. I don't know if it's a merge of them two. I mean, it could be, but I like the performance of the Master blade and I like the performance of the fast feed blade uniquely just as they are. Trying to put those two blades together and think it will cut better, I can't say that that's what it does. I honestly will still pick up my fast feed blade, especially for detailing 5 times faster than I'll pick up this F1 digital gap blade. Now, I do like this on certain hair textures. I've realized that this blade does cut certain hair textures well, more than others. So when it comes to straight hair, it is just okay. When it comes to coarse hair, this does work better than okay. I still don't think it replaces my fast feed blade or the Andis Masters blade. I don't think it places it at all. That's just what my observation has been so far. Let me know if once you do get this blade. The blade is not bad. Blade's not bad. The steel blade, it's not bad. This is where they mainly did on the design. The other blade, the small cutting blade, looks like the same cutting blade that's on the Ergos. If y'all use it and it does work well, then maybe my small blade needs to be replaced, or I'm not sure what that is. But most likely, if y'all works well, let me know in the comments. But if not, the safest bet is to use this deep tooth steel blade right here. I honestly think that this blade is a dope blade. So shout out to them for the cutting blade. Shout out to the F1 blade. It is a nice blade. I think it is comparable comparable to me. If you really ask me, I think it's comparable to the Faber blade. I don't know if it's more comparable to a Andis Master blade or a Fast Feed blade. I wouldn't really say that comparison, but maybe the Faber blade, maybe a little bit. I mean, it gives that nice indent, but it's nothing, I can't say it's anything new about it, but it's okay. I do like the blade. That's what I wanted to say. But other than that, when it comes to the performance, my concise review, is this something I will stay on my station? This is a clipper that's not bad. Like, it can stay on my station for sometimes small things, different things and stuff like that. Is it a must? I will say absolutely not, that it is not a must buy. I got it to a place where I like it. I had to do some, a few things. So sometimes when I feel like I put so much work in something, I'm not just going to completely just give this thing away now. I got to test out this F1 blade just even more. I might switch up on y'all and say, you know what, this F blade does do amazing work. I found out this and I found out that. That might be in a later video. But as for right now, for the few weeks that I had it since CT, this blade is okay. It's just okay. But this is my concise review. Let me know if you guys are going to pick this up. What do you like about it? What do you don't like about it? I would love to hear what you guys got to say about it. And please let me know if you do get the F1 blade and that small cutting blade works well for you. If so, I'll give it another try and try it. But if not, the deep tooth blade, the cutting blade definitely works great for me. So thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all see y'all in the next video. Be blessed.
CTB. You know who it is.